I love when this man comes to visit. Listed among the 5 best Vancouver restaurateur, celebrity chef Vikram Vij is back. He wants to cook you something fresh and spring-like to celebrate Toronto coming out of a very harsh, cold winter with fresh local salmon. Good to see you, Master
My pleasure.
Chef.
Namaste.
Oh, namaste. I'm so excited about this.
So one of the dishes I wanted to create was using my Indian background, which is, using Indian spices. So we've got some cumin and garam masala, a little bit of, Indian spices, but using local salmon.
Okay, so this is easy too, because this you find at the local grocery store.
Course,
you don't need the tin.
No, you don't.
Yeah.
You can buy all these spices there. And then using local salmon. I mean, we have beautiful coho and chinook that's coming from Lake Ontario. That is what we should be using. So here are some potatoes, sweet potatoes, regular potatoes. Let's add some spices to it.
So a nice little medley.
Yeah.
So you're adding the cumin.
Yeah, a little bit of garam masala.
Masala.
A little bit of caraway seeds.
Okay.
And a little bit of onions.
Beautiful.
So once you mixed all of this up together, and you got a little flour just to kind of bind it together, you add a little bit of the spices, you mix it together, you've got some pre-cooked salmon, which is available right here. Look how beautiful it is.
Did you steam this?
Yes, just lightly steamed, so it's just lightly cooked. You mix it all together, you let it set, and that's what will happen to your spices, which are cakes like that. You can pan fry them. You can actually even have them, on a barbecue if you want, and then enjoy the great flavors there.
And it's a whole balanced meal in that one sweet container, really built in. So you could just pack it even as a lunch.
Exactly. And the best part of it is that you can even actually make a sandwich out of it.
That's true.
Like a beautiful hamburger for the kids and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And the salmon that's coming out here, I mean, we should be so proud of ourselves, being in Canada, having great sustainable seafood that comes out. Ocean Wise does a fantastic job of it, and it is really important for us to enjoy great hook and line caught stuff. I do not want you to have some farmed salmon. This is beautiful salmon available right here. Yeah. Here are some cakes for you, and that's what we did. So how long, I
mean, if you take us through this portion, how long are we, because this one has this, do you leave the skin on?
Well, you can either poach it in the water. Okay. So then it'll cook itself.
For how long?
Probably like 3 or 4 minutes with a little bit of salt and water. Or you can actually just pan fry it. If you pan fry it, then you take the meat out and then you make a little cake out of it. So these are little crab cakes, and using cilantro and onions and ginger. Don't just think outside the box. You don't need to really do the same thing over and over again. And what a great way to introduce fish, because it is so tasty and it is disguised. The flavors often masked when you mix it with things like spices, potatoes. Exactly. Tones it down a bit. And you can add some chilies if you want, or you can have some mayonnaise if you want on the side. So the important part is to use local ingredients, but using your own style. Yeah. Be whimsical. I mean, summer's coming, We need to be enjoying the weather that we had, especially after all the winter that we had. I think this is going to be a great time to enjoy great salmon. You're spoiled in Vancouver compared to us, but you have been spending a lot of time here, loving your work on, Chopped Canada, and can we say what else you've been working on? Absolutely. Are you allowed to? I am the new dragon on the Dragon's Den. Congratulations. Thank you. My pleasure. And, I've had a great time. I've actually spent more time in Toronto than I've actually spent in Vancouver. Can we announce your new restaurant in Toronto? When's it happening? One day, it'll definitely happen. I promise you that. I love the city. I love the vibe of it. I love walking on King Street on Thursday night, looking at all the cool people of the city. I just absolutely enjoy it. You are a cool person, period. We are lucky to have you here. And this is an example of how you plated the dish with 2 of the cakes so that, you get your required protein, your complex carbs, and you just paired it with a fresh spring salad. Exactly, just a little salad, and add a little lemon juice to it. So remain the classic, if you want to be that classic style, but create the flavors that are coming from. So even if you want to do oregano, even if you want to do any other style, you can do that style, but use the salmon and use the sweet potatoes and mix those spices. It's so important for us to enjoy great flavors and great time. Well done. For more information, viges.ca, or follow him on Twitter. Always a pleasure, and I cannot wait to eat that for my lunch today in about a minute or so. We'll be back with more VT right after this. Thank you. Thank you so much. That was really quick, too. Oh,